Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something I think everyone experiences, having
Yeah.
these great plans, maybe goals you're really excited about that just never seem to actually happen.
Right. You've got the desire, maybe even a solid plan, but you're stuck.
Exactly. And the sources we're looking at today really dig into why. What are those hidden things stopping us from actually doing the thing we say we want to do?
hmm And that's our mission for this deep dive, isn't it? To uncover those psychological traps, those sort of silent barriers,
Yeah.
and then crucially pull out some real strategies you can use, to get moving from just thinking to actually doing.
Okay, let's get into it. Our sources seem to flag about five main reasons this happens, these silent assassins of getting started. The first one, the perfection illusion.
Ah, yes. This one's huge.
It really is that feeling of, oh, it's not quite the right time, or I need to learn more first, or my plan isn't detailed enough yet.
Precisely. And what's fascinating psychologically is that it often links back to things like um, loss aversion. You're
Yeah.
scared of messing up, right?
Scared of failing before you even begin.
Exactly. So you wait for this mythical, perfect moment or perfect plan, which, let's be honest, never actually arrives.
Yeah.
And so you never start.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Okay, assassin number two, identity conflict. This is this is a bit deeper, maybe.
It can be, yeah. It's when the goal you've set sort of clashes with who you think you are.
How does that work? Like, give me an example.
Okay, so imagine someone who's always seen themselves as maybe not very athletic, a bit of a couch potato, maybe.
Right.
And then they decide they want to train for a marathon. Their brain kind of goes, wait, hold on. We don't do that. That's not us.
Ah, okay. So there's this internal resistance.
Exactly. Subconscious resistance. It can lead to procrastination, self-doubt, even actively sabotaging your own efforts just to keep that self-image consistent. It feels safer somehow.
Wow. Okay. Then there's number three, the overwhelm monster. I think we've all met this one.
Oh, definitely. The goal just seems so huge, so complicated that looking at it feels, well, overwhelming,
Mm.
paralyzing even.
Yeah, like staring up at a giant mountain you're supposed to climb. Where do you even start?
And the sources point out this isn't just you being lazy or weak-willed. It can be a genuine neurological response.
Mm.
Your brain struggles to even map out the first step because the whole picture is just too much.
So inaction becomes the default coping mechanism.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Number four is a bit weird. Fear of success. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Why fear succeeding?
It does seem counterintuitive, but think about what success often means. It means change.
Right. Big changes sometimes.
Exactly. New responsibilities, maybe different relationships, higher expectations, stepping into the unknown. And even if you consciously want the success,
Subconsciously, the change itself can feel scary.
precisely, your comfort zone, even if it's not great, feels known, safer. So sometimes we subconsciously hold ourselves back from changes success might bring.
Keeping things predictable even if they're not ideal. Got it. And the last one, number five, the research trap.
The endless learning loop.
Yeah. You spend hours, days, weeks reading articles, watching videos, gathering information, feeling really productive.
You feel like you're making progress, you're preparing.
But are you actually starting the thing?
Often, no. The sources call this out as a really sophisticated form of procrastination.
Mm.
It lets you avoid the risk, the discomfort, the potential failure of actually doing the work.
Okay, so those are the five big hurdles: perfection, identity conflict, overwhelm, fear of success, and the research trap. Heavy stuff.
They can be, yeah. But the good news is there are ways through.
Right. Let's talk strategies. Our sources offered some really practical ones. First up, the 5-second rule.
Yeah, this comes from Mel Robbins. It's brilliantly simple, really.
How does it work?
The moment you have an instinct to act on a goal, like that little flicker of, I should do X,
Yeah.
you start counting down immediately. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1.
And then,
And then you physically move. You take some kind of action towards that goal, however small. Don't think, just move.
so it interrupts the hesitation, stops your brain from talking you out of it.
That's the idea. It's like a pattern interrupt for procrastination.
Yeah.
You bypass the overthinking.
I like that. Okay, next strategy. Identity rewrite. This tackles that identity conflict we talked about.
Exactly. It's about consciously shifting how you talk to yourself and about yourself.
So instead of saying, I'm trying to become a runner,
You start saying and thinking, I am a runner, even if you're just starting. You embody the identity now.
fake it till you make it, kinda.
Sort of, but it's more than just faking. It's about reinforcing that new identity with small, consistent actions that align with it. Over time, your brain starts to believe it. You're rewriting the script.
Okay, acting your way into a new belief. Makes sense.
Oh.
Then there's a 2-minute start. This sounds manageable.
Very manageable. That's the whole point. You commit to doing just 2 minutes of the task.
Just 2 minutes.
Just 2 minutes. Because often the absolute hardest part is simply getting started, right? Overcoming that initial inertia. So you lower the bar ridiculously low. 2 minutes of writing, 2 minutes of exercise, 2 minutes of tidying. Once you've started, it's often much easier to keep going. Momentum builds.
I can see that working. Breaking the task down to its smallest possible starting point.
Okay, what about fear setting? This sounds intense.
Actually really empowering. Instead of letting vague fears paralyze you, fear of failure, or even fear of success, you define them. You get specific.
Oh.
You basically ask yourself and write down the answers to 3 questions. 1, what's the absolute worst that could realistically happen if I try this?
Okay.
2, if the worst did happen, what steps could I take to recover or mitigate the damage?
Right. Planning for the downside.
And 3, and this is crucial, what is the cost of inaction? What will my life look like in 6 months, a year, 5 years if I don't do this? What will I miss out on?
Wow. So you quantify the fear, plan for it, and weigh it against the cost of doing nothing.
Exactly. It often shrinks the fear down to size and highlights the potential regret of not trying. That's powerful. Okay, and finally, a pro tip from the sources. Tracking resistance. What does that mean?
It means paying attention to the tasks you dread the most. The ones you keep putting off. The ones that make you feel uncomfortable or anxious.
Why focus on the dread?
Exactly. She didn't wait for the perfect writing environment or a big deal. She just wrote. Or think about Elon Musk with SpaceX, the early rockets. Huge chance of failure.
Yeah, spectacularly so sometimes.
But they proceeded anyway. They didn't let the fear of those initial failures stop them from starting. Or even someone like Kobe Bryant, remembering those air balls early in his career, didn't stop him from practicing relentlessly.
So the common thread is they just started. Before they felt 100% ready, before everything was perfect.
That's it. They faced down those silent assassins, whether they knew the names for them or not, and they took action.
Okay. So for everyone listening, let's make this really concrete. Here's a challenge, directly inspired by what we've just talked about. Pick one thing, just one specific thing you've been delaying, putting off, overthinking. Could be tiny, could be the first step of something big, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Your challenge is to take one concrete action, any action towards it within the next 24 hours. No more planning, no more research today. Just do something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I love that. And while you're doing it, or maybe right after, just reflect for a second. Which of those traps we discussed, perfection, identity, overwhelm, fear, research, which one might have been holding you back on this particular thing?
Yeah, just noticing that pattern in yourself is a huge step.
It really is. Awareness is the beginning.
Because ultimately, and this is the thought I want to leave you with, potential is great, intentions are good, but the world really only responds to action. It engages with what you do. So take that step, however small it feels. Start creating the reality you want.